Welcome to the first episode of The Shit I Hear in Sports, brought to you by yours truly, your boy, G-Ro, the show. Come take a ride with your boy here. What we're going to do is we're going to do a deep dive into the shit that I hear in sports, whether it comes from the shit I hear locally, the shit I hear on ESPN, Fox, the national syndications. We're going to do a deep dive into that. But more importantly, most important thing this show is going to tackle is the shit I hear in sports from your ass. From you right out there watching. Some of the shit I hear from y'all is absolutely mind-blowing sometimes. And that's what we're going to dive into in this podcast, the shit I hear in sports. First off, I want to just kind of lay this foundation because, what I'm getting ready to talk about, I want to give this disclaimer, okay? Because there's levels to this. And, I'm delusional. Because right now I'm going to explain delusional fans. I'm delusional. All real sports fans are delusional. Okay, we're all a little delusional. I mean, right now at the beginning of the year, it's July. I'm a diehard New York Giants fan. Right now, if you catch me in traffic, you're like, hey, G-Ro, what the Giants gonna do? We're going to the Super Bowl. Automatic response right out the gate. I don't even got to think about it. We're going to the Super Bowl. And if you look crazy, I'm going to have 10 or 15 reasons locked and loaded of why we going. 100%. It's going to sound very convincing. But see, that's why I'm trying to get y'all to understand there's levels to this shit. Okay? Because I understand that I'm delusional. But listen to what I said. I understand that I'm delusional. Okay? I'm a rational, delusional guy. And if that is the type of sports fan that you are, great. I get that. I applaud you. But see, that's only the 5% because 95% of y'all are what I call DDs. Y'all are double delusional. And that's what makes you more dangerous than anything else, is that you're delusional about being delusional. You don't even know that you're delusional. You're in delusions about that. Come on, man. I mean, some of the shit that I hear that y'all say that come out of y'all mouth as sports fans and the stuff that y'all believe is absolutely, like I said before, mind-blowing. 100%. And that's the deep dive that we're going to get into. And again, I understand, like, sometimes real fandom, you're going to say what you're going to say, and I get it. You're going to stand on it. But see, there's levels to it. You got to understand what you're saying is really some bullshit. And see, most of y'all don't understand that. And and I'll give you some examples. I got guys talking to me about NBA Summer League. The NBA Summer League. Oh, man, my team look good. Man, my squad look good. My rookie look good. He looks good against who? Against other rookies? Against guys who can't even make it in the G League? Guys who are playing for G League contracts that could quite possibly be bagging groceries in a town near you coming very soon. That's who your rookie looks good against. This is who you're basing your squad is getting ready to ascend. Because what you seeing in the summer league, and man, I applaud the NBA for what they are doing. I mean, and ESPN and everybody else, I mean, they are lockstep. I mean, they are ramming this bullshit right down our throats. Soon as we get done with the New York Knicks winning, what a great story. The New York Knicks winning the NBA championship. Great, awesome. We get it. It's a dead time in sports. The NBA found something, and I get it. Listen, fill the void is better than nothing. I'm going to watch it, but I'm not going to take anything from it. Not like y'all. Come on, man. And then if I try to call you out or somebody tries to say, man, but you know, this is a summer league, you get bent all out of shape. This is what you do. This is what y'all do as fans. Y'all get bent out of shape on some shit that you know is some bullshit. I mean, stop talking to their homeboys. Oh, man, I ain't fucking with that dude no more, man. He on some bullshit. He on some bullshit because he called you out on your bullshit. But see, that's what I'm saying. That's what makes you dangerous. That's why I call you DDs, you double delusion. Okay, that's what we gonna dive into, man. Because we feed into this. And I get it, man. The machine, ESPN is the machine. And man, I have no problem with ESPN. You know, that's why I get 90% of my sports. I get it, but they understand that they are the machine. And they feed us a lot of bullshit. And man, y'all eat it up lock, stock, and barrel every year. They're getting ready to start it just in a couple of weeks. Training camp. Rookies are reporting to training camp next week. They're getting ready to start the Dallas Cowboy Cascade. They're getting ready to start it. Watch what I tell you. Dallas, this could be the year. It's going to be wall-to-wall coverage. Make you think that maybe they could have a chance, which is going to have a string of you Dallas Cowboy fans out there because y'all are everywhere. As delusional as ever. Running y'all mouths like this is what we do. We're the Cowboys. The star of the hell. Man, newsflash, if you remember the Cowboys being relevant, winning Super Bowls, being that team, if you vividly remember that, newsflash, you might be an old head. You might. Because if you're under the age of 40, you don't remember any of that. The Cowboys, you're probably looking at ESPN sideways every year. Why in the hell are they talking about the Cowboys every year? Why are they talking about the 49ers every year? Why are we talking about these teams that haven't done anything for decades? For decades, guys. For decades. And y'all buy into it lock, stock, and barrel. And we're going to tackle that bullshit because I'm all about make the shit make sense to me. I get it. We're all on a little bit of bullshit. All of us are. Period, point blank. We are. But make that shit make sense to me. Come on, man. You got to know you got to know it. You got to know it. The shit I hear in sports, man, y'all out there, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. But we going to bring it to light. We going to expose it. And look, listen. Yeah, a little bit of hate. A little bit of hate always comes out. Man, everybody got a little bit of hate. And I love them cats talking about, man, don't hate me. Everything I talk about is actual factual. Really? The shit you just said, wait a minute. You're a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan, but you getting ready to win the Super Bowl, but you stand on yours. You don't talk bullshit. You actual factual. And you mean that. You know what I'm saying? They're the type of people I run out. They're the type of people I run into all the time. And I get it, like, rep your squad. But come on, man. Make that shit make sense to me. Period, point blank. And that's what we're going to get into with your boy, G-Roll the Yo. Come sit a little bit. Talk with your boy. Rap with me. Welcome back to the shit I hear in sports. You know, one topic that, I've been hearing a lot of chit chat about is they came out with that top 10 list as voted on by the NFL executives and coaches. And I looked at the list, and of course, any top 10 list is going to always spark debate. But, first of all, if you believe the list actually came from the coaches and came from the executives, I don't ever believe that it is what they say that it is. But, I'm always in the conspiracy stuff, but that's another subject. But if you believe what they're saying, here's the thing that I have issue with is you telling me not to believe my lying ass eyes. And what I mean by that is, man, Josh Allen gets such a pass, man. It is absolutely absurd. Like, we have lowered the bar. Like, we've absolutely dropped the bar as sports fans. And I'm not even gonna say as sports fans, because fans, we don't believe that bullshit that they feeding us on these networks. I mean, listen, Josh Allen is a really good quarterback, man, and I am not saying that he's not. Like, he's a gangster, like, for real. Like, he is the truth. But I mean, the pass that he gets, man, he has not won a Super Bowl. He hasn't even been to a Super Bowl. So I don't understand, like, why there is such a big distance between, like, him and Lamar Jackson. Like, they both pretty much have the same resume. And you want to say, oh, well, Josh is the better passer or whatnot. Fine, I'll give you that. Josh is an MVP. Lamar is a two-time MVP. And Josh's MVP really should have been Lamar's MVP. But we all know that. We all see that. They even say that. And then they're feeding us this Josh Allen is so much better than Lamar Jackson. I'm like, what are we talking about? Make that shit make sense to me. I don't understand. Like, does not compute. It doesn't. Like, and I get every list is subjective. I mean, but the pass that this dude gets, man, like the pass that like him and Justin Herbert get, I mean, it's just absolutely outrageous. I mean, hell, at this point, Drake May's resume is better than Justin Herbert's. I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. If we're talking about things that actually matter, Super Bowls, going to the Super Bowls, actually being able to hoist the trophy, if we're talking about the shit that we all build up to every year, the shit that actually means something, then let's start calling spades spades. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. And then, those are glaring things. And yeah, I believe that some of the list is right. Stuff needs to be shuffled. I'm not going to go into deep detail about this. But one thing I am going to say is, fans, I get you have pride in your team. You've got pride in your quarterback. Like, that's cool. Like, you're supposed to. Like, you're not supposed to be like, hey, man, my quarterback ain't shit. But, the level of, like, I got folks getting angry at that list. And I get it, errors and omissions, but, man, just because your team is halfway decent doesn't mean you have a top 10 quarterback, guys. Newsflash. Newsflash if you don't know that. Just because your team is halfway decent, just because you made the playoffs, just because you are above 500, there are several factors. Now, quarterback is 100% like the driving force. But, come on, man. Everybody can't be in the top 10. Everybody can't be great, man. That's what makes great people great. That's what makes it extraordinary to watch. That's what makes it a cut above. Everybody can't be up there, and I get everybody wants to be up there. Everybody wants their people to be up there, but come on, man. Like, Jordan Love's not supposed to be up there. I'm sorry, Green Bay fans. I hear y'all. He's not supposed to be there. He may be paid like a top 10. Just because you pay like a top 10 doesn't mean that you're a top 10. Guys, I mean, listen. Brock Purdy. Listen, I have personal hate against the 49ers. That's just me. So, I tend to, because my first thought is, no, he shouldn't be on the top 10 list either. But I'm like, maybe there's an argument. Jalen Hurts was supposed to be there. Like, the amount of disrespect that dude gets, man, like, I almost feel bad for the dude. Like, how do you win a Super Bowl, man, and you just looked at like you're garbage? Like, they take you out like yesterday's trash. Like, that is just blatant disrespect, man. And that's another thing. Like, it's not like you it's not like you Aaron Rodgers, and yeah, you did win a Super Bowl. But yeah, there's no mystique behind it, because Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl back before most of y'all was even born. I mean, let's just be honest about that. But Oh, yeah, oh, y'all was toddlers, but I mean, you get what I'm trying to say. When you disrespect somebody like Jalen Hurts, that man just won a Super Bowl. Like, y'all was just lying. Y'all was just like on this man's job. Like, this man was just like the poster boy. And like, how quick we fall from grace. Like, that's the sports world that we live in, man. I get it, but yeah, he's supposed to be on that list, man. I mean, and man, and again, I'm a New York Giants guy. I hate the Eagles. But I mean, I can call a spade a spade. I mean, it is what it is. And we know. And like, what was the criteria? Like, what? Like, tell me, like, you base this on what? Like, if this is the guy that's going to put asses in the seats, I mean, that's one thing. Is this the guy that's going to get me into the playoffs? Is this the guy that, I mean, that's one thing. So, but these lists, man, they always spark debate. They put these lists out. I mean, my thing is, my thought process is they put the list out just so we have something to talk about. And I get it because I like something to talk about. I love to talk shit. I love to debate. I love to, spark the banter. I get it, but you can't take the list too literally. I mean, because you got to look at where it came from. I mean, if I can't put my hands on the source, if I can't question the source, and I don't trust the source. I mean, that's just how I operate. I mean, you're telling me this is what they saying, but if I can't talk to them, if you can't defend it, then, and that's what I'm always about. If you're going to tell me something, be able to defend that. Anybody that knows me, if you know G-Roll, I'm going to always, if you say anything to me, even if I agree with you, I just want to know your thought process. Are you talking just to say something? Are you telling me something because you heard that shit? Or are you telling me something because you actually thought it out? There's something behind it. Because I'm going to ask you, even if I agree with you. Oh, man, well, G-Raw, I think so-and-so, so-and-so. Oh, yeah? Really? Why? And I'm going to try to poke all kind of holes in it. Because I want to see, like, I get it, stand on it. Be about yours. And that's that's what it's all. That's what it's about, man. And that's always what I'm about. Is if you're gonna say something, be able to explain it. Because if I say something, and if you know me, if I say it, you better believe I've been on what my homeboys call that my magic box. I've been on my tablet and I've looked it up, and you better believe I got numbers coming right behind it. And yeah, I live and die by the numbers, and sometimes, sometimes to my detriment. But if I say it, there's gonna be something behind it, and I'm gonna be daring you to say it. I'm gonna be daring you to question me on it. I'm gonna be ready for it, and you know it. And I expect you to be the same way as a fan. If you're going to say something, be able to back that up. Like, give me some facts. Show me some numbers. Don't just talk the talk. But sorry, I got off on a little bit of tangent. But like, these lists are lists. You can't just take them, you can't take them too seriously. They are fun. And that's what we treat it for, as such. Now, another list, I'll get into it, and I won't talk about it now, but, I look at this top 100 list as voted on by the players. Now, if that is indeed actual factual, some of the rankings are absolutely troubling. And I'm gonna leave this. I'm gonna leave this segment with this. Trevor Lawrence is ranked higher than Lamar Jackson, and I'm not on a Lamar Jackson kick. It just happens to be who I was talking about in these two examples. But and I don't mean like Trevor Lawrence was like 70 and Lamar Jackson was 71 and it was kind of close. Like, there's a big gap. Like, you telling me not to believe my lying ass eyes? Is that what you telling me? He's that much better than Lamar Jackson? And my thing is, if this is indeed what they say that it is, voted on by the players, then that means that's concern. Like, if I'm Lamar Jackson, I'm thinking in my head, is that what these guys think of me? They think Trevor Lawrence is better than me? Man, time to look in the mirror. If it is indeed a list that is compiled from them, and I'll just put that out there, if indeed it is. So another topic for another time, but just something to kind of think about, noodle about. But yeah, so I just want to talk about that. That's something that's just been a part of the conversation, no matter where I go, sitting in the waiting room, on the phone with my homeboys, or, watching ESPN, watching Fox. This is what they're talking about. So this is what we're going to talk about. It is what it is. So, all right. Welcome back to the final segment of the shit I hear in sports. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So now, what I want to end with is we want to talk about NFL predictions. And, you're starting to see, some of these online or on-air personalities make these predictions and, talking about what's going to happen in this upcoming season. I mean, first of all, if you're talking with any, or you're trying to talk with any actual factual right now, I mean, you're an absolute jackass. I mean, you really can't stand on anything right now because everything is pie in the sky and everything looks good. But, I'm trying to figure out who the new darling of the league is. And it seems to be this year, it seems to be Chicago. And I'm just not quite on board with that. And they are really trying to ram Chicago down our throats. And, I talk to people and Chicago fans, and man, I get it. Like, what y'all did last year was great. I mean, it just was. I mean, like, there's nothing I can really hate. I mean, well, I can figure out some way to hate on something, but I mean, really, in totality, y'all had a really good year. But I'm just saying it was a year. It wasn't something that y'all had been doing for, year in and year out, like season after season. Like, this was y'all first time really getting it and letting it click. It's a young team. And I get that there's excitement. And I'm just saying, like, if there's excitement and y'all want to talk about it, let's just call it what it is. Like, let's temper expectations. Like, let's not X them. Let's not put them in stone. Like, let's not write it. Let's not write them up there in pen. Like, I get it. Like, give a disclaimer as we talk about it. Like, if we go talk about the Chicago Bears, let's just kind of say, listen, this is all in pencil. Even when I'm talking to folks, and that's the crazy thing is, I talk to people, that I know, folks who are fans of teams even within that division, and it's like, man, it's like being beaten in the head with a bag of oranges. Like Chicago, like folks are just giving up the cookies to them. Like we might as well crown their ass now. Like those are the vibes I'm getting on Chicago, and I'm just not there yet, man. I'm just really not there with a division that can flip with the wind if you just want to be honest about it, because we know what Minnesota looks like. I mean, we know the weapons that Minnesota has. If they have stable quarterback play, look out. You don't think that they've been there anyway. Like defensively, they've just been missing the quarterback, and anybody can see that. And for you Sam Darnold haters, when they had a quarterback, you said that he didn't, and then the organization let him get out of town and see what he did there. That was a mistake. Trust me, as a Giants fan, I understand how you feel watching somebody walk out the door and then they win a Super Bowl. So I get it. But they was just 13-4. They were 9-8 last year, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pulling that off the top of my head, so I'll get that disclaimer. But they were kind of a middle of the pack team with those weapons with really unstable quarterback play. You inject Kyler Murray, that's a different type of team. I don't care what you're talking about. Again, I'm going to trust my eyes. Kyler is not some type of a savior or anything, but if he can just give you stable Kyler who's healthy, new start, wash all that bad bullshit, out from Arizona, very dangerous team. Detroit, I think they're being disrespected. You know, it's funny. Montgomery got out of town. I got folks talking to me about Gibbs like, man, I don't know what Gibbs going to do with Montgomery gone. I mean, Montgomery was really a good support piece, but the last couple of years, they weren't like thunder and lightning. Like that was Gibbs' show. We know that was Gibbs' show. And I'm not taking anything away from old boy, but that was Gibbs' show. So, you know, the amount of disrespect, because they still got weapons, they still got the quarterback. You know, defense was absolutely decimated the last couple of years. So if they're actually healthy and everything is contingent on health, you know, do we really think the Chicago Bears are that much better than Detroit? Because everybody was just on the Detroit train, the Detroit train just a couple of years ago, just about a year or so ago. So, again, how quickly we fall from grace. I mean, with the same pieces in place. Now, the Green Bay Packers are the Green Bay Packers. They got injuries, and they're always going to be a wild card, very well coached team, inaccurate quarterback in my eyes, overpaid, overrated. Young guy still has to do some developing. May develop into the guy that you paid him to be, but he's not that now. You know, so I just don't think that, but has flashes of it. So, and I said all that to say the man has flashes of it. There are a bunch of B weapons around him, but if you have enough Bs because you don't have a couple of As, I get it. That's what you have. You have a bunch of B receivers out there. And are we just saying that Chicago is going to run away because that's the vibe I'm getting again? If that's not the vibe you getting, you know, leave a chat. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm hearing something wrong. I do get things wrong from time to time. Sometimes, you know, when I'm listening for the shit that I want to talk about, sometimes I hear stuff wrong. So if I'm hearing something wrong, or maybe I'm missing the boat, maybe you're going to be like, Zero, man, you tripping. Let me give you X, Y, and Z. And you know, if you come to me about it, you better give me X, Y, and Z because I want to know. And it better be right because I'm definitely going to double check behind your ass. So know that for sure. But yeah, these predictions, man, and you know, it's just funny because everybody's optimistic right now. Yes, including me, New York Giants fan, and you know, anything can happen. But you know, all these predictions. Listen, all of this is predicated. Folks can go down in preseason. Folks can get hurt in training camp. I mean, we know. I mean, athletes now are made of glass. They're just not who they used to be back in the day. And for whatever reason that may be, for whatever, that's another debate of why you feel that it's like that. But these cats don't make it through seasons, man. I tell people all the time, like, man, as a Giant fan, I'm just trying to figure out how can I minimize my losses because I'm going to lose one or two vital cogs. It's just what cog am I going to lose? I'm not wishing anybody to get hurt. It's just where we live at right now. It's just where we're living. And I understand the space that I live in. So, you know, when we start talking about making these predictions and feeling good about stuff, let's let some stuff come into shape. Let's let some stuff form up. Let's get into camp. Like, let's not talk strong about what we feel that we know. Again, going back to, if you want to be delusional but be rational about it, because that's your true fandom, I get that. That's that 5%. But we going back to what most of y'all do. Some of y'all are, or most of y'all are already standing on y'all predictions. And it's baseless. I mean, you have no reason to. You have nothing to back up what you're talking about. I mean, maybe one or two teams can just really be like, yeah, we'll cut above, but who is that? I mean, you're going to give me the Rams. I know that's going to be the first thing out your mouth, as much as that sickens me that it's the Rams. But on paper, yeah, they look good. I mean, they added some pieces, but I mean, on paper is what's on paper. I mean, you got to go out there and do it between the lines, you know? You got to do it between the hash marks. So, you know, like they say all the time. But, I mean, if that's who you want to give me, I'm not going to argue with. But anybody else you talk to me about, I mean, I guess by virtue of they just won, I still think that they have a good team, even though they took a couple losses. Seattle is going to be there. And I hate that both of them are in the NFC West. I mean, but outside of that, who else are you really hanging your hat on? I mean, with certainty. with certainty. Who are you hanging your hat on? That's what I want to know. And in the AFC, I mean, New England's not going to play the same schedule they played last year. We all know that. They do have a new weapon, but okay, so you just upgraded your number one, which was Stephon Diggs the last year. So pencil in another 500 yards, a couple more touchdowns. Is that really going to make the difference? I don't know, because you wouldn't have been there anyway if you just want to call a spade, because Denver would have probably beat the brakes off of you if their quarterback hadn't mysteriously gone down or whatever happened there. But, so who you going to really hang your hat on? You don't know what's going on with Patrick Mahomes and are you KC fans? Because I live in Missouri. I'm in St. Louis, and you KC fans are just absolutely just sickening. Patrick Mahomes, first of all, Patrick Mahomes is not even back yet. So let's temper our expectations. You might have Justin Fields right out the gate. So you just don't know. I'm in the same fields with Malik Neighbors, so trust me, as much as I try to shit talk and be like, oh yeah, he's going to be ready, I just don't know. Okay? You don't know. You got a problem at receiver. Hell, he might go drag racing, and you don't, or he might do anything. So we don't even know if he's going to be available. So you got Kenneth Walker, but I was talking to some of my homeboys last night, and we were talking about running backs. And one of my friends said something that made sense. You know what Kenneth Walker is? And this is no disrespect. I think he's a good running back, but Kenneth Walker is the Super Bowl. He's the Super Bowl MVP. That's just what he is. He was an MVP of that game, not the rushing MVP of last year, not the offensive MVP of last year. But is he going to be an upgrade for Kansas City? Yeah. But quarterback, at flux, anybody else, if you tell me you know that team is balls to the walls, definitively better than anybody else in the AFC, you is a bold-faced liar. And you know it. Or you might be a DD. So what am I talking about? I just said 95% of y'all are DDs. So why would I expect anything else from a DD? So double delusional. You know what it is. So, but yeah, man, hey, listen, I appreciate y'all sticking with me. We gonna rough through the kinks. This is the first episode. Things are gonna get better. Trust me. Just stick with me, and leave them comments down there. I'm new to this myself, so we gonna grow together. And this is gonna be a good relationship. And I think this is the beginning of something very beautiful. So that's what we gonna do. And always New York Giants up. Anybody else down? And we'll see you next time.